Well, it wouldn't necessarily be the complete picture if we don't make a stop at the home of TVU Networks, right here at MediaTech Africa 2026. This lovely lady sitting beside me is the Regional Director for Africa when it comes to TVU Networks. Dheshni, hello.
Hi, Itu.
It feels like I'm interviewing my boss, so bear with me, okay? I have to say all the right things. But Dheshni, first and foremost, let's talk about your title. For someone who doesn't understand what a regional director does at TVU Networks, what does your job entail?
Well, that's a tough one because I would say everything, right? But TVU is not new to the broadcast industry. We've been around for about 21 years. We've got a huge presence in Africa, but we've been recently deployed in South Africa. And I'm here to grow the business, to educate our broadcasters of what TVU can offer, as well as, just add to the industry with our great technology. So, yes, Itu, it's been a great 2 years building the business in South Africa. But if you look at the African continent, our broadcasters are looking to produce more. They want to tell more stories.
Yes.
They want to show more shows. They want to cover more of what the viewers want to see, when they want to see it, and how. But all with limited budget.
Yeah.
Right.
I think one thing that stands out that I've experienced over the past few days is the fact that people see TVU Networks and they're like, but what do you guys really do?
Okay, so TVU Networks is a cloud native IP distribution. Okay, so what we can do is we can do anything from your acquisition to our SaaS solutions in the cloud where you can mix your content, you can add graphics, you can do your entire production in the cloud, all the way to your contribution and distribution. So from our pack with our superior aggregated technology, you can basically do everything that a broadcaster will do for a show on your tier 3, tier 2 events, and recently we've been doing a lot of tier 1 events as well, all on one platform.
Yeah. You talk about expanding. Obviously, your job is to expand the business right here within Africa, and we've started with South Africa. Let's talk about the reception of what we can offer, especially considering the fact that within South Africa, we still mainly do broadcasting the traditional way. So we have the bulky equipment, we have the trucks, the 90 people per production.
Exactly. And this is what cloud production and remote production can do, right? You are achieving the same quality with less people on the ground, less travel, less infrastructure, and you can really spin up your production anywhere in the world and collaborate from different venues with multiple teams all around the globe on one production. Now, who wouldn't want to do that? Because that's what gives you the opportunity, the flexibility to scale your productions up and down to be able to create more content and bring your viewer more options. All at a fraction of the cost.
But how was the reception? Are people saying we want to jump onto this? Are streamers, who's coming to you?
You know, today has been phenomenal. Being the last day of MediaTech, we thought it would be, a little bit watered down and quiet, but the 3 days have been phenomenal. We've had such a good reception from the South African broadcasting industry. Everybody's interested in what we do. We've had a lot of requests for POCs, trials, and really the interest has been amazing. So I think what we need to now do, the work starts now, to go away from the show, to consolidate our leads that we've had, our interests that we had, and see how we can now help these broadcasters take their productions to the next level.
POC, take us back to that.
Proof of concept.
Okay.
The proof is in the pudding, right? So everybody wants to trial it before they buy it or before they use it. And one must be honest about it. Like anything, you got to buy a car, you will test drive it first.
Yes.
We're happy to do POCs. We love it because it also gives us an opportunity to show the difference between us and other products on the market that do similar things. Okay, so yeah, POCs, proof of concept.
Okay. So let's take it back into the traditional type of broadcasting. Let's say I'm a small production company. I don't have the means to have a big truck that has all the equipment, and I want to do sports broadcasting. Am I able to broadcast a game a live game, a moving game with so many moving elements through the systems and the devices that we have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it depends on the scale of your production.
Okay.
TVU can scale up or down depending on your needs. So if you were doing a production with the 4 cameras, you would take one of our TVU packs out into the field, 4 SDI feeds into the pack.
So 4 cameras can connect?
Go into one box, and then you can scale up. If you wanted to do 8 cameras, then you would need 2. And you can bring that into our cloud platform, where you have a PCR in the cloud, production control room in the cloud. And you would be able to do your live mixing, you would be able to add titles, you'd be able to control your audio levels, and then you would package that and distribute it to wherever you would want to, all on one platform. And you could send this to different platforms. You could do it to your OTT platforms, so Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, linear TV as well. So yes, that's the beauty of live production with
everything
TV
moving.
in the cloud.
Oh, I beg your pardon. With everything moving digital, then, Dheshni, I think one thing that I want to know is there was a point where we're just like, data is so expensive.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
you're talking about 5G. You're talking internet and cloud technology.
So it's not magic, right? We really, TV is a great product, but we need really good connectivity.
Yes.
And I must admit, South Africa has become a lot more accessible in terms of the connectivity. We are now getting to where we should be to compete on a global scale as well. However, we do have the challenges. Like every country has the challenges. The network connectivity in certain areas, particularly in the rural areas, are not as great as they should be. But that's the beauty of it, because with our aggregation technology, we can aggregate up to 12 connections, which makes your connectivity a little bit stronger. But again, as I said, not magic, we need a stable internet.
I love testimonies. I love reference. I like going back and saying that, okay, I can trust that because that happened. I'm going to let you boast a little bit. The clients who have come on board.
All right.
That everyone would know.
So TVU was very instrumental with France TV last year, bringing you the Olympics, the torch flame.
Yes.
The relay for 120 days with TVU, with a Starlink equipped on top of a moving vehicle, private 5G network. So that was something to brag about.
Okay.
We then did the BBC elections in London with 397 phones. Think about that.
That is crazy.
397 phones covering the counting of the ballots,
yes,
because there was a transparency brief from the BBC. And viewers at home want to see their ballots being counted,
yes,
right? So we did that.
Bring that to South Africa, please.
Completely in the cloud. Another bragging one is iShowSpeed.
Yes.
We all know iShowSpeed, right? That boy is doing phenomenal things.
Yes.
So TVU was very instrumental with iShowSpeed's tour into Africa. Not only Africa, the Caribbean, the US. And he's doing amazing things. Itu, I don't know whether you've seen.
He was at the World Cup.
He's at the World Cup, and FIFA's given him the rights to broadcast. And I'm proud to say that he's using TVU. So he's got an amazing inventory of TVU, and he's really doing fantastic and amazing things. Jumping out of airplanes,
yes,
getting into the pyramids,
yes, backflipping and everything.
So yeah, I think that's the bragging rights that we have.
And I think when people think about accessibility, let's take it back to the Seychelles. That first one that you guys did.
Yeah.
Because people would think that, okay, because we're such a small island, there's no accessibility, it's not possible for us to do it.
Seychelles was very brave. I commend their technical team under the leadership of their CEO. He was very brave. I did a presentation at a Broadcast Media Africa event.
Yeah.
And he called me to say, what is this TVU? Tell me about it. And I went to visit him at the Seychelles, and he introduced me to his amazing team. And it was like, uplifting Africa and the neighboring islands to be on a world stage with the rest of the broadcasters.
Yes.
They did their local elections on TVU, and they did the Indian Ocean Games on TVU. So amazing stuff happening in the Seychelles as well.
I could talk to you for so long, but I want to know the importance of why is it so important for you to be a woman in tech, but also present at MediaTech Africa 2026?
Well, firstly, I'm present at MediaTech Africa representing TVU because I want everybody to know what TVU is capable of. Secondly, I'm present at MediaTech because I'm passionate about this industry.
Yes.
And I love all things tech and all things broadcast. And lastly, why it's important to be a woman in tech is because we need the world to understand that there is so much opportunity for everyone under the sun.
Do we have more young women wanting to penetrate the space?
I think so. Like what I've seen here in the last 3 days, there's quite a lot of interest. And I tell you what, guys, watch out. The girls are hot on their heels.
Well, there you have it. The girls are hot on their heels, and if you want a job to be done, send a woman, Dheshni Naidoo, all the way from TVU Networks. As you know, we have been the official media partner for MediaTech Africa 2026.